Cyrus Jirongo was a former Kenyan politician whose life kept him in the public spotlight for both admirable achievements and serious controversies. In his youth, he was widely regarded as a self-made billionaire, having accumulated extraordinary wealth by the age of 30. His financial power during that period was so visible that the newly introduced Kenya shillings 500 no was famously nicknamed Jirongo, a reflection of the immense influence and prosperity associated with his name at the time. Ironically, this remarkable rise was later followed by a dramatic financial downfall. Jirongo was eventually declared bankrupt after failing to repay a Kenya shillings 700 million debt owed to businessman Sammy Kogo. Beyond this, he was burdened by additional outstanding debts amounting to approximately Kenya shillings 40 billion, money he owed post-bank credit. The massive loan defaults severely affected the institution, contributing to its inability to continue operations and ultimately leading to its collapse. In 2018, Jirongo's legal troubles deepened when he was arrested over allegations of issuing bounced checks connected to a Kenya shillings 20 million debt. He was also entangled in other court cases, including allegations related to land grabbing, which further complicated his public image and legacy. Tragically, on Saturday, 13 December 2025, Cyrus Jirongo lost his life in a fatal road accident. His personal vehicle was involved in a head-on collision with a Climax coach bus at approximately 3 a.m. along the Nairobi-Nakuru Highway, near Karai in Naivasha. He sustained severe head injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene. According to preliminary police reports, Jirongo may have been driving in the wrong lane as he made his way back to his rural home in Lugari. He died at the age of 64. With a life marked by extraordinary wealth, deep controversy, public influence, and a tragic ending, many continue to ask, who was Cyrus Jirongo? This is the story of a man whose journey reflected both the heights of success and the weight of downfall. Cyrus Jirongo was born on 21 March 1961 in what was then the Kenya colony. He grew up during a transformative period in the country's history, a backdrop that would later shape his ambitions in business, sports, and politics. He received his secondary education at the prestigious Mangu High School, where he studied from 1978 to 1981 and earned his Kenya Certificate of Education. He later joined Egerton University, attending from 1982 to 1986 as an undergraduate student. Years later, he expanded his academic credentials internationally and locally, earning a higher national diploma in business administration and management from the University of Cambridge in the United Kingdom between 2011 and 2012, followed by an executive MBA in business administration and management from Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, JKUAT, between 2013 and 2015. This combination of local and international education reflected his long-standing interest in business leadership and management. Jirongo rose to national prominence in the early 1990s, first through sports and youth mobilization. In 1991, he became chairman of the popular Kenyan football club AFC Leopards, a role that brought him into the public eye. His profile grew dramatically when he emerged as the chairman of Youth for KANU 92, YK92, a powerful youth lobby group that played a central role in campaigning for President Daniel Arap Moi's re-election during Kenya's return to multi-party politics in 1992. The group's lavish campaign style and its association with immense wealth made Jirongo one of the most talked-about political figures of the era. Alongside politics, Jirongo built a reputation as a formidable businessman. In his youth, he was widely described as a self-made billionaire, reportedly achieving immense wealth by the age of 30. His business interests spanned real estate, agriculture, and trade, and he was associated with companies such as Sololo Outlets, Shale Investment Limited, and Kuza Farms and Allied Ltd. He later served as executive chairman of Shale Investment Limited from August 2014 and executive chairman of Shiftings Limited from November 2018, a company involved in global oil products trading and climate technology solutions. In 2024, he ventured into media, launching a YouTube talk show titled Savage Politics, where he hosted and interviewed political figures. Jirongo's formal political career included multiple elected and appointed positions. He was elected Member of Parliament for Lugari constituency twice, serving from 1997 to 2002 and again from 2007 to 2013. In the final year of the Moy administration, he was appointed Minister for Rural Development, a position he held from March 2002 to December 2002. Over the years, he founded and led several political parties, including the Kenya African Democratic Development Union, KADDU, and the United Democratic Party, UDP. He made unsuccessful bids for the presidency in 2013 and 2017, and later contested the Kakamega gubernatorial seat in 2022. Little is publicly documented about Jirongo's parents, though his mother was known as Kalamwa from Virembe village, Shamakoko. Information about his siblings is not publicly available. However, Jirongo himself became known for having a very large family. He was a self-proclaimed polygamist, openly stating that he believed in polygamy as a way to live honestly. He had 4 wives from different Kenyan communities: Joanne Chemutai Kimeto, his first wife, later divorced; Christine Nyokabi Kimani; Anne Kanini, and Anne Lanoy Pertet. He often stated in interviews that his wives understood his lifestyle and coexisted peacefully. Jirongo was the father of many children and frequently spoke with pride about his large, educated family. Among his children were Ruby Jirongo, an architect; Leon Jirongo, a journalist; Tanya Yamura, an economist; Nicole Jirongo, an intern counselor; Claudia Kalamwa, a communications specialist; Sonia Jirongo, a businesswoman; Sharon Jirongo, an accountant; Judy Kalamwa, a construction specialist; Kimani Wayaki, Naisenya Wayaki, Lamayan Wayaki, and Preston, Mercy, and June Jirongo. In early 2025, he suffered a profound personal loss when his daughter, Lorraine Elizabeth Kalamwa Jelagat Yilumbo, passed away after a short illness, an event during which the breadth of his family became publicly visible. Despite his early image as an extraordinarily wealthy businessman, Jirongo's later life was overshadowed by serious financial and legal troubles. While he was once celebrated as a billionaire known for extravagant spending, he was eventually declared officially bankrupt after failing to repay a Kenya shillings 700 million debt owed to businessman Sami Kogo. Over time, his outstanding debts, many originating from loans taken in the early 1990s, were reported to have ballooned to more than Kenya shillings 40 billion, largely due to compounded interest accrued before Kenya's Induplum rule came into effect. His financial difficulties were closely tied to a series of high-profile controversies. Companies associated with him, including Sololo Outlets, an offshore trading company, defaulted on massive loans borrowed from the collapsed Postbank credit, contributing to the bank's failure. In 2018, he was arrested over allegations of issuing bounce checks related to a Kenya shillings 20 million debt, and he was also ordered by the court to pay Kenya shillings 110 million to COTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli over an unpaid friendly loan. He was further embroiled in prolonged land and fraud disputes. One of the most significant involved a 1,000-acre parcel of land in Ruai, valued at approximately Kenya shillings 10 billion, which the government repossessed in 2020, claiming it was public land intended for the Nairobi Water and Sewerage Company. Jirongo maintained that he legally owned the land. Another long-running case involved allegations of land fraud with Soy Developers Limited, a matter that spanned 3 decades before the Supreme Court quashed the prosecution in 2021, citing excessive delays that made a fair trial impossible. He was also linked to controversy over land in Mukuru kwa Ruben, where a compensation deal with Nairobi County later drew scrutiny from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC. Politically, Jirongo remained a polarizing figure. His leadership of YK 92 placed him at the center of controversy surrounding alleged money printing during the 1992 elections, with the newly introduced Kenya shillings 500 note at the time being nicknamed Jirongo. He consistently denied involvement, distancing himself from the scandal. He was also linked to an international dispute involving Song Construction Limited, which sought billions of shillings from the South Sudan government over a failed military academy contract. Cyrus Jirongo died at the age of 64 on Saturday, 13 December 2025, following a tragic road accident. His vehicle was involved in a head-on collision with a Climax coach bus at around 3 a.m. along the Nairobi-Nakuru Highway near Karai, Naivasha. He was pronounced dead at the scene after sustaining severe head injuries. Preliminary police reports indicated that he may have been driving in the wrong lane while returning to his rural home in Lugari. His death came just months after the loss of his daughter, marking a somber close to a life defined by immense ambition, influence, controversy, and enduring public fascination.